Well, I started this de-rusting paint here. Yeah, I'm just putting it on with a brush, and it's flowing out really nice. Much better than I could have done if I sprayed it. It's kind of thick, goes on really well, and it's flowing out. This thing is gonna look like a mirror. I'm real pleased with the paint, and this is the stuff that's impervious to salt, road grime, and all of that. So hopefully this will wind up being a beautiful piece. It looks like it's all just gonna look like a mirror. I'm just touching up some little places here I couldn't get to, but this is going to be really nice, really beautiful. It's going to look like it's been waxed. See here on this, it's just, as the paint's flowing out, it's just going to be almost flawless. It's covering up a lot of little sins, much better than a regular paint would have. So I'm impressed with this stuff so far. Flip it over and see if I can do the other side. I flipped it over here and set it on a block of wood so I can try to get the rest of this paint in here. I'll get all the stuff on the bottom I couldn't get, and then I'll flip it up again and then take out any fingerprints or something I have in it. But well, I had quite a few little places where paint didn't go into. This stuff is real thick and it's drying slow, but I did all this bottom part here. That's what I couldn't get to. This is probably the least important as far as looks goes. Probably the most important as far as weathering goes. But now I'll set it back up on my board here. I'll have a little bad spot right in the middle. It'll be on the bottom and nobody will see it, and I can clean up any fingerprints or anything that I've got in it by setting it up and just let it flow out. I've been painting on it maybe half an hour or so, and I can see here where I've really flowed a lot of paint into it. This is on the top side of the axle, so it'll be really nice. You can see just immediately, even after I hit it with a brush, just in a couple seconds it flows out into a perfectly glossy liquid setup. Looks like I'm getting some dirt in it, probably from the brush picking it up. So of course this would be better sprayed, but I'm not that concerned about this bottom. I think it'll be just fine. It's gonna flow out and just be gorgeous. Nobody's ever gonna look under here anyway. I just took one more lick on all of the upper surfaces, and anything that's going to be showing on the outside of these trailing arms here. Just a real thin coat, just to basically try to cover up the dirt. I got better results on this than I would have with a couple days of sanding and priming and trying to do this with enamel. It just turned into a beautiful, beautiful job. Of course, all paint looks good when it's wet, but I got a feeling that the more this dries, the more it's going to flow out. Even better it'll look. Once it does dry completely, I'll probably just go over, you know, with a light sandpaper, clean it up. If there is any little dirt spots that are still showing, and hit it one more time. Anyway, this is what I'm going to paint the frame with. Oh, it looks like I got a little spot in it right there. I didn't quite get the paint in. Yeah, that cleaned that up real nice. Piece of brush hair in it here. I just used cheap brushes. If I would have used a if I would have used a good expensive brush, I would have had an even better job than I got now. But all in all, I'm real impressed with this stuff. It's just going to be a beautiful job. And I can imagine what this frame is going to look like now. It's all going to look like I spent 1,000 hours in it, cleaning it up, painting it. And the best part of it is this is impervious to everything, so you know, the $150 or whatever, you can see how much paint I used here. I might have lowered the level in this can 1/4 of an inch. It was almost nothing to paint that whole thing. What I'm going to do while this paint's drying, I'm going to wire brush these springs, clean them up. I'm going to try to use the treatment on them and paint them this black, so my springs ought to look just as good as the front end. Yeah, I wire brushed my spring real well, and it's really badly pitted, but I think I can probably wind up using it anyway. I sprayed it with that de-rusting stuff. Now I'll wash it off with water and dry it, see if that paint will fill up some of those holes in it. This might be a workable deal. We'll see. I could buy another one, but I probably have the same deal as I got right here. Yeah, the wind's blowing pretty good. I got these all hosed off good and wiped down. I can see I missed a lot of rust. I probably should have ground more on, but I don't really care. Good enough. I'm going to go ahead and slap a coat of this paint on here and see what it looks like. Put them on with a curve down, so when I flip them over I'll only have a small place on them. It'll be bad. Well, there's my first coat. Yeah, I still use my old brush and there's quite a bit of dirt in it. But you can see from the size of those pits, I don't really care. The lower springs seem to be the worst, and upper ones weren't too bad here, I guess because they were holding more water. But anyway, I'll flip them over again. I'll change brushes and use another new brush for the top. See, some of this dirt won't be in it. It's been raining out here, so there's not a lot of dirt blowing around.